stagger them. Good. Okay, face the instructors, please. Attention. And bow. All right, let's turn around and have a seat. All right, so yesterday we had a fantastic black belt examination with these 7 students, and today we'll have our graduation ceremony. We start the ceremony with the reciting of the essays. Every student's required to write a brief essay about how fantastic I am and what a great instructor I am, about their time training at our school, and they did a nice job. So we're going to present the essays, please. Now, Mr. Reyes, step out to the front, loudly and clearly. The floor is all yours. Okay, sir?
It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Throughout my journey to get here, some version of this quote kept coming back to me. When I look back on all the times that I wanted to stop, I am so glad I did not. I wanted to give up, sit down, and be done with it, but I didn't. I pushed forward, pushed by my instructors and my parents. I may have taken a few breaks, but I did not give up. Like I said, looking back now, I am so glad that I didn't give up. But I'm also glad that I took the breaks that I did. If I hadn't done so, I wouldn't be testing with all of these great people. Throughout the whole training process, they were always there to push me, and I was there to push them. I strengthened my friendship with most of these people, and made new friends with the people I had never really talked to. We became so close, they feel like a second family to me. I started this journey for the same reason most 5-year-olds do pretty much anything. My parents made me. I didn't think it would turn into anything. I learned how to kick and punch like I was expecting to, but the further and further I got into the training, the more stuff I learned that wasn't kicking and punching. I learned not only to grapple and spar, but I was also taught life skills. I was taught public speaking, self-respect, obedience, patience, and all of the other aspects of a good person. Karate has had a major impact on my life inside and outside of the school. I was most likely the quietest kid when I started karate. Now I don't stop talking. I was always very self-conscious, and karate helped me to come out of my shell. Now, during class, I can stand up and lead the class in stretches. During school, whether I'm giving an oral presentation or just talking to my friends, I feel comfortable speaking, and it does not bother me as much as it used to. I can stand up for my opinion when someone says something that I don't necessarily agree with. I was never able to do that. My training has taught me to be self-aware, obedient, respectful, loyal, determined, and to control my emotions. As a black belt, I will continue to grow these qualities as the black belts before me have done and continue to do. Looking back on the tremendous amount of physical and mental training of the past 2 months, I am astonished that I made it through all of the obstacles thrown my way. The 7 of us candidates were pushed harder than we had ever been pushed. The past few weeks, we have been at the studio 5 days a week for at least an hour training. Aside from the karate classes that we were taking, we were at the gym next door to the studio once a week for 45 minutes of strength and endurance training. Altogether, we have taken 5 conditioning classes, gone on 5 runs, taken 10 private lessons, and 20 adult classes. In total, throughout the past 2 months, we have trained 40 days. The average student goes to karate 16 to 24 times in 2 months. We came about 20 more times than the average student does. This helped all of the candidates to bond and become closer and closer than we had been before. Before I finish, I would like to thank Mr. G and all of the other instructors. Mr. G, Mrs. Patemiola, Ms. Cajado, Mr. Ninehouse, Mr. Simone, Mr. Russo-Wilson, Mr. Laspisa, and all of the other assistant instructors pushed me through my training and got me to where I am standing today. They didn't only teach our classes and take us on runs, they taught us to be better people. For that, I thank you. I would also like to thank my fellow candidates, Dean Rogers, Zachary Simmons, Michael Washburn, Rachel Melizia, Casey Campaign, and Brianna Andrioli for pushing me and guiding me throughout my journey. We bonded so much during our training. My favorite memory of our training was when we were the only ones on the mat at the studio and took our weights and ran around pretending we were a car. I think that was the point when we all started to become a lot closer than we had been. I also want to thank Don and Dan for building up our endurance and keeping us motivated. When we trained in the gym with Don, he didn't let us give up, and he knew when to back down and let us rest. On the runs with Dan, he made sure none of us were left behind, and he made us all work together as a team. Finally, I want to thank my family. My sister was so supportive throughout this whole journey and made sure not to bother me when I was training. Without my parents, none of this would have been possible. When I wanted to stop, they pushed me to keep going. They supported me throughout all of my 8 years of karate. Thank you.
So a couple of you guys have siblings in the program, imagine the message that sends if you stop. That's an example that sets, right? Conversely, by him going all the way, I'm sure that's a good example for her and motivates her to keep going. Also, the fact that he developed skill in public speaking, can't explain to you what a huge quality and what a big asset that is to you for later on in life. The number one fear in America is the fear of speaking in front of people, more so than death itself. So to learn at a young age how to be comfortable speaking in front of people and be effective at it, very powerful tool. All right, Mr. Rogers, please.
My name is Dean Christopher Rogers. The reason I started training at this school was to be able to defend myself. Training has made me stronger mentally and physically. Before I started martial arts, I could barely do 50 jumping jacks, and now I can do 200 jumping jacks. Martial arts has helped me mentally by teaching me honesty, self-control, and self-discipline. Some characteristics a black belt student should have are respect and listening skills. Every student should have respect because you always want to represent the school in a good way. Great listening skills are very important because people could get injured if you don't listen. I hope to continue my training because during the 6 to 7 years I have trained with the school, I have learned a lot from the instructors and my classmates. I want to thank all the instructors that have helped me earn my black belt and all the instructors that have helped out with the test. I also want to thank everyone that tested with me for encouraging each other to finish. For example, when someone was struggling, someone else would motivate the person to continue and finish what they were doing. The instructors and my classmates helped me get my black belt by pushing myself and others to the limit and making us stronger mentally and physically. Finally, I want to thank my mom, my grandma, and my grandpa for taking me to martial arts. Even when I wanted to give up, they would still take me because they knew I could do it. For example, when I was around the time when I had my brown belt, I felt like giving up, but my family helped me continue by taking me to martial arts every day and telling me I had gone too far to give up. I want to thank all the instructors for taking the time out of their day to teach each and every student and myself mixed martial arts.
Very good, sir. So one of the things we hope to accomplish, our program is designed to develop leadership and build character, and I'm glad that Chris picked up on that. When one student fails to be motivated, the other ones pick up where that person slacks off, and the rising tide lifts all the boats. That's how we do it. Okay, sir.
Throughout my years of karate, I have learned how to protect myself and become a stronger person mentally and physically. Karate also helped me stay focused and set a goal for myself. The reason I started karate was because my dad. When he was a kid, he wanted to do karate, so he signed me up. When I started karate, I really didn't know what was going on. I watched the older classes and it helped me understand what was happening. The training helped me become stronger for the test. I feel it's helping me work harder in school and outside of karate, of school and karate. I feel the qualities of a black belt they are confident in their works, are strong mentally and physically, and that they like what they are doing. I prepared myself by coming to class, putting 100% on the line. After my black belt test, I hope to become a second degree, and I hope to become an instructor one day. I want to thank my parents for putting me in karate, my grandparents for driving me, and the instructors for helping me in karate. Thank you.
Very good. get on the mat. So, another thing we try to do is bridge the gap between martial arts and the effect it has on other areas of their life. So I'm glad that Michael picked up on that because that's an important aspect of being a black belt. You can perform well here, you should be able to perform well everywhere. So that's a good point. Okay, Mr. Simmons.
It has been 8 years since I started karate. I have dreamt of this moment ever since my first class. I started in the class of the Little Ninjas at the age of 4 and a half. When I first started karate, everything was very basic but very fun. The basic class was more complicated and I enjoyed it being more complicated. As I got into the intermediate and advanced, more things got introduced such as sparring and grappling, but I still always had fun. My mom was talking with a friend and she talked about her sons who did karate. My mom thought I would enjoy it, so she signed me up. When I heard I was going to do karate, I was so excited. I couldn't wait until I took my first class. I always wanted to do some type of martial arts because it made me feel like a ninja. The day of my first class was the happiest day of my life. Karate has impacted my life in many ways. One way it impacted me was by being more confident and outgoing in school. Outside of school, it taught me how to stay focused and how to stand up for myself. A personal change I've made because of this school is having a positive outlook on life. This experience has made me a happier person. Physically and emotionally, this has made me stronger in both physical and emotional strength. Achieving the goal of becoming a black belt means very much to me. I have worked towards this goal for the past 8 years. This achievement makes me feel like I can achieve any goal with enough time and determination. A person who obtains a black belt should have a non-quitting spirit. They should also be determined and should keep going forward in martial arts. Another trait that I think they should have is being kind and generous by either helping fellow classmates or instructors. I have prepared myself in many ways for this test. I have talked with classmates, fellow candidates, and some black belts. Another way is that I try my hardest at everything in the training regimen. I mentally prepare myself by thinking about the test every day. After getting my black belt, I hope to continue my training into my second degree. The first people I'd like to thank are my parents, who have pushed me to try my hardest. Next, I'd like to thank my family for supporting me since my first class. My fellow candidates, who are like a second family to me, who has kept me at my best. To all the instructors, my other set of parents, who have pushed me beyond my limits and have always been there for me. The final thing I'd like to say is to my sister Brianna. You're next.
Yeah. So some days when we teach the little guy class, it's easy, and some days it's not. So sometimes I ask myself, maybe we should start at 7. Yeah. But then I remember that if it wasn't for the little ninjas and dragons, we wouldn't have guys like that. So that's what keeps us going. Okay, man.
Sure. When I was around 6 years old, I asked my parents for karate lessons for my birthday. My parents brought me to HEMA to meet Mr. G. At our meeting, Mr. G asked me what I wanted from the school. I told him just 3 words, a black belt. He told me with a lot of hard work, I would get there. I felt that I could let all my energy out and have lots of fun. My training has developed me to have a black belt spirit. The instructors at HEMA have taught me to respect myself and others. Over the years, I have battled to get 1 belt closer to my black belt. My training has made me a strong, confident, and healthy person. This confidence has helped me to talk and support others. Even in school, I feel that I am always reaching for my black belt. This helps push me to get better grades. Outside of school, I feel that I am training to be the best that I could be. Reaching for a black belt takes years. The meaning of a black belt to me is the time and effort you put into your classes to make you the best. I will prepare so that I can make my technique better. My training has helped me to focus and help become the best I could be. Once I receive my first degree black belt, I will continue my journey to obtain my second degree and future degrees. While I continue to advance my black belt training, I will create other goals. I will use my black belt training to help me achieve my life goals. I just want to thank my parents for giving me the lift of training and my mom for always getting me to class so I can achieve my goal. I would like to thank my fellow students that I have trained with over the years. Every student has helped me to become a better student. My final thanks goes to all the instructors for giving me their full on attention, time, and help. They worked very hard to protect all the students and give them the extra support to become a black belt. Thank you.
That's a true story, and I remember her first day. Another thing we try to impart is the power of visualization and goal setting. So on the very first day in the school, she decided she wanted to get a black belt, and the realization of the goals we see today. It's awesome. Okay, Ms. Melizia, please.
Yes, sir.
Throughout my training at Hawthorne Institute of Martial Arts, I have learned many characteristics that a black belt should possess. When I saw Mr. Ninehouse at Hawthorne Day, I saw a new experience I wanted to try. I soon attended my first beginner's class when I was in the 6th grade. I was the biggest and tallest student, but the instructors treated me no different than the rest of the class. While working on my orange belt, Mr. Giglio gave me an opportunity to help the new white belts who were having trouble understanding the techniques. Mr. G saw something in me that I didn't know was there. It was the ability to interact with younger kids and help them achieve. I moved up to the intermediate level quickly, having discipline, strength, flexibility, and other requirements needed to test. Having all the different instructors at HEMA over the years of training exposed me to their unique focus on martial arts. No matter the different individuals' instructors' takes on martial arts, they all echoed Mr. G's main concept. The mind is a thing we use to control the rest of our body. I remember helping at birthday parties with Mr. G. He would always tell the kids, focus your mind, focus your eyes, focus your body. He never included teachings of how weak the body can be. Mr. Ninehouse always had the most challenging physical workouts. He showed the mind was stronger than the body. He would give us challenging combinations, always building on the basic combinations from over the years, and sometimes inverting them to show a different approach. Mr. G and Mr. Ninehouse focused on more self-defense and how to control the attacker. Mr. Simone focused more on core strength than anything, showing us that if you don't have a strong core, every technique you attempt is weak. Ms. Cajado became an instructor towards the end of my training, but because of her being a little ahead of me, she showed me a path to follow. My favorite classes were when she and Mr. Simone were taught together. It was a balance between core workout and a new teaching technique, as well as defense and offense techniques. Ms. Bate taught us how to defend against the attacker and make sure the person would never come back and attack us again. She was the first female instructor that I had. She really opened my eyes to the type of determined physical characteristics a woman should possess. I think of her as the Wonder Woman of HEMA. She always pushed the other females to be stronger and work harder because she knew deep down that we had the strength inside us. I took that philosophy and adapted it to my entire life, having her and Ms. Cajado as impressive role models. I thankfully only had one instance where I needed to use my training towards another person. That experience showed me how much training has become a second reflex. I defended myself against her and stopped her by taking her to the ground under control. Weeks later, I took a moment to realize how much self-control, physically and mentally, I had at that moment. It was, in one sense, a mile marker in my training that showed me the difference that martial arts was making in my life. Mr. G shares with every new white belt, a black belt is a white belt that never quits. When Mr. G invited me to the first black belt test as a helper, that phrase made sense. After seeing what the candidates went through, I became more determined to one day achieve a black belt. I have been mentally and physically pushing myself and prepared myself for my test ever since. My parents have always been supportive of my training. They pushed me to attend class even when I didn't feel like going, when I felt something was more important at that moment. Looking back, what I thought was more important really wasn't. And thanks to them, it didn't interfere with my training. My dad helped me outside the classroom, showing me different techniques he has learned throughout his decades training, and reiterating Mr. G's philosophies. They both have shown me that the techniques and self-defenses that you will learn in martial arts will always stay with you. My parents also rearranged their schedules to make sure I can make it to class on time, making many sacrifices for me. My grandparents, who have also supported me throughout my childhood, have showed up to all my tests, have helped me attend a class when my parents couldn't, and sometimes had food waiting for me in the car so I wouldn't starve. I would also like to thank my little brother, who's beating me up more than he beats up his fellow classmates in the intermediate class. Hey Steven, I'm a black belt. Guess what that means? You're gonna have to listen to me now. And little bro, you're next. Well, when Mr. G says you're ready to take this milestone, then we can actually see who knows more techniques that Mr. G has taught us. I can't wait to fight you on your black belt test. Good luck. Last of all, I would like to thank the instructors who have helped me learn the reason of what martial arts is. Mental, moral, and physical strength in that order. HEMA has given me another family in my life. I have especially gained 2 friendships that will always stay with me forever, and I know they will always have my back, and I will always have theirs. I would also like to thank my fellow candidates that have been training with me for the past 6 weeks. They are a group that I look forward to seeing 5 times a week. These people have pushed me to be the strongest that I can be, and pushed each other to be strong no matter how much they think they couldn't. I'm honored to be testing with these candidates, and I wouldn't have asked for a better group of young adults to go through this milestone in my life. Mr. G, you have made an experience in my life that might have only gone for a few years turn into something that I will treasure for the rest of my life. Thank you all.
I began my study of martial arts like most other 8-year-olds would. One of my friends invited me to try a class at HEMA with them. I had a great time, and I decided that I wanted to continue going. Over the next few years, I noticed that less and less of my friends were coming to class. Still, I stuck with it and reached the intermediate class. I think everyone reaches a point in whatever journey they are undertaking, a point where they wonder if this is really what they want to be doing. I was about halfway through my training when I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue. Luckily for me, I had a great instructor that was able to guide me and believed that I could work hard and achieve my goal. That day, I knew that I was going to complete my journey. If it wasn't for Mr. Gilio, I wouldn't be standing here today receiving my belt, so I really wanted to thank you and all of the other instructors for supporting me. The 7 years I've spent at this school have taught me a lot. Not only have I become physically stronger, but I've become mentally stronger. Throughout our black belt training, I have learned time management skills that will benefit me for the rest of my life. With classes 5 out of the 7 days each week, another sport, and everything that comes along with freshman year of high school, I had to learn how to balance life, school, and sports. During classes, I also gained speaking skills while leading my classmates in stretches or exercises. It helped me feel more comfortable talking in front of large groups of people and prepared me for speeches like this. Karate has definitely provided me with life skills that I will continue using for years to come. This journey is meant to test your dedication, perseverance, and to see if you fit the requirements of a black belt. To me, being a black belt means that you have earned and worked hard for your accomplishments. It means that you don't take shortcuts in life and that you are thankful for all of the opportunities you've been given. While we were preparing for our test, the instructors kept reminding us that this is probably our only chance to become a black belt, and that we are extremely lucky to have been given a chance like this. Not many people are given this opportunity, so we shouldn't waste it. I am not sure where this path will take me or if I will continue my training, but I know that I made the right decision years back to follow through because I am proud to be here right now. I am happy to say that I've made many new friends throughout my time here at HEMA. I got the chance to test with an amazing group of individuals. I want to congratulate all of them and thank them for going through this journey with me. I also want to thank all of my instructors again because you have done so much for me. I can't forget my family and friends who have supported and believed in me this whole time. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll face the back, hands and feet together, attention stance, and let's work 20 big, loud jumping jacks, nice and fast. Stay together, please. Ready? Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20.
Okay, push-up position.
Sir.
strong. Down, up.
1, sir.
Down, up.
2, sir.
Down, up.
3, sir.
Down, up.
4, sir.
Down, up.
5, sir.
Down, up.
6, sir.
Down, up.
7, sir.
Down, up.
8, sir.
Down, up.
9, sir.
Down, up.
10, sir.
Okay, flip it over, feet in the air. 10 quick crunches. Look good, look good. Okay, from here we're going to fall to our right side. And maybe your left side kick. Ready? 1, 2. Flip it over, slap the mat. Right leg side kick. 1, 2. Okay, crab position. Right leg up kick. 1, 2. Left leg outside oblique kick. 1, 2. Okay, sit on your right hip. Sitting in base, showing me the arch kick with the arch of the foot. Ready? 1. Good. One more time. 2. Okay, this time we're going to arch kick. We're going to stand up and stand in our fighting stance. Ready? Go. Combination 1, punch, punch, kick. Ready? 1. Good. Nice and loud. 2. Jump up, change stance. Same thing. Front hand starts, back leg finish. Ready? 1. Good. 2. Jump up, change stance. Right arm first, like you're combing your hair back. Up elbow, cross elbow, big knee. Ready? 1. Good job. 2. Face the back and move fast. Ready? Change. Okay, same thing. Up elbow with the back arm, cross elbow with the front arm, and big knee. Ready? Go. Good. Go. Jump up, change. Okay, from here, nice fast hands. Double jab, cross hook, back fist punch, kick. Ready? 1. Nice high kick, good loud yell. Ready? 2. Good. Jump up, change. And the other side. Focus, stay together, and be strong and fast and loud. Ready? Go. Nice clean technique. One more time. Ready? Go. Jump up and change. Okay, see some flexibility. Front leg hook kick, round kick. Put it down for a nice 1, 2. Ready? Go. Good. One more time. Go. Hook kick, round kick. Good. Change stance. Keep the hands up. Let's try it on the other side. Big hook kick, big round kick, double punch. Go. One more time. High kicks. Go. Hook kick, round kick. 1, 2. Good. Jump up, change. Okay, excellent. 3 steps back, same formation. All right, take a deep breath and let's think about it. Punch, punch, front, skip, front, round. So right leg kicks 2 times in a row. Punch, punch, front, skip, front, high round kick. Ready, go. 1, 2, front, skip, front. Nice work, guys. Turn your head, look the other way. Left leg kicks twice. Get them up there and be loud. Go, punch, punch, front, skip, front, loud. Okay, turn face to back. Good job. Punch, punch, front kick, round kick, 360 round kick. Front round, 360 round. Ready? Go. Punch, punch.
Yes.
Excellent job. Turn face the other way. Same thing other side. Punch, punch, front round, 360. Let's get a good yell and make it strong. Go. Punch, punch, front kick, round kick, 360. All right, turn face to back. Let me see your ready stance. Hands on hips, feet double shoulder width. Show me 10 good powerful squats. Everybody counts. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, gloves on. Give them a round, everybody. Very good. 10, up, and out. Good defensive stance. Up. Okay, single round kick for good power. I want to hear thump on that pad. All right, give me 2 in a row. Go. 1, 2. Next person get up there. Ready? 1, 2. Good. Next. Ready? 1, 2. Great power. That's what I want to hear from everybody. Go. 3. Go. Very nice, girl. Ready? Go. Last one. Go. Good case. One more time. Go. Very nice, everybody. Spinning back kick. Give me one really nice one. All right? Don't forget loud yell. Go. Good. We have one more. One more. Strong. Come on. Hit them up. Good. Next. Spinning back kick, my dude. Good. One more time. Set it up. Very nice. Come on, Rocco. Blast it. Very good. Good case. Come on, hard guys. Nice power. Good.
Yeah, good kick.
Good. Nice and strong. Okay, ready, stand. Sir, we'll trade up.
Yes, sir.
One skip kick each. Okay, hands up and guard. Skip kick. It's going to be left knee up, right leg. Correction. Right knee up, left leg kick. Get loud yell. Don't forget. Go. 20.
Yeah, up here, not.
Come on, get him up there, loud yell.
Nice.
Good, nice.
Yeah.
Stretch those legs out. Okay, spin hook kick, last technique, okay? Go.
Yes, sir. Nice. Ooh, over the top. Yes.
Raise your day, guys, make it look good.
Ooh, K's over the top too. Nice. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, face Mr. Simone, attention stance, and bow. Okay, let me see your guard one more time. Hup. Okay, right uppercut, left hook, straight right hand, 3 times. Go. 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 Next. Up, hook straight. Hook straight, one more. Nice, come on, Rock. Big uppercut. Hup, 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 go. Nice, one more. Good boy, champ. Come on, big girl.
Big cow.
Hey. Nice. Very good, strong. Good fast. One more time. Yeah. All right, young lady. Nice right hand. Come on, get hard. Hey, one more. Hey, good. Big, big, big. Good. Oh, one more. Outstanding. Okay, switch kick, right hand, left hook. Switch kick, right hand, left hook. Let's blast it. Good, one more time. Good, next. Switch kick. One more time. Nice, looking good, guys. Sounding good. Nice high kick, champ. Keep the hands up. Come on. Hey. Nice. Good. Duck. Ooh, test. Hey. One more time. Hey. Okay, I got those pads on my hands, right? Hey. One more time, kid. Super nice job. Pick him up. Good high kick. That girl. Come on. Hey. Fantastic. Switch kick. Hey. Big hands. Hey, nice. Okay, 1, 2, slip, 2, 3. 1, 2, slip, right hand, left hook. Nice and fast. Give me 2 good ones. Go. One more time. Good. Migueloso. Good. Good head movement, guys. Good head movement. Hey. Coming at you now. Come on. Hey. Nice, boy. Come on. Yeah, one more. Hey. Very nice. 1, 2, slip, 2, 3. Hey. Nice, one more. Hup. Excellent. Yeah. Good head movement. Nice. Very nice. Good girl. Hup. Good. Harder punches. Come on. Good. That's it. Good. Nice. Give him a round of applause. Everybody. All right.
We'll line up one gun center. We can stagger. Let's get this way. Face each other, ready, stand, take. And bow. Okay, let's start one hand choke. How do we defend a one hand choke? Yes, right. Let's go back and forth. A few demonstrations of the one hand choke defense. Ready? Back and forth. Go ahead. One hand choke defense. Back and forth with each other. Right, good demonstration of technique. Off, yes. Take it, tap on. Good, time. Looks nice, very good. Okay, let's switch to 2-hand choke. Any defense you know, right? Wedging block, we can go over, under, however you want. Head roll out, okay? Let's see a nice variety. Ready? Back and forth, go ahead. Good, nice demonstration. Good, a few more, see if you can work in some different defenses. Very nice, time. Okay, make sure you have your spacing for this one. We're gonna work the side headlock and the roll through technique, right? We roll through, we frame up, and we either foot stomp, we finish with the arm bar, or we get out of it. Okay, let's see if we can work this one back and forth. Side headlock with the roll through. Ready? Go ahead. Good demonstration of technique. Right, roll through, help your partner up, and then switch.
Thanks, sir. Good job. Okay, so last two, rotate with the other two, please. Come on down. Okay, so do some punch defense, hands up. Okay, my side facing Bob is going to be block, throwing the hook punch, block, chop, knee is the defense. Ready? Go. Good. Block, chop, knee, guillotine choke. Go. Good. Standing guillotine. Block, chop, knee, redirect the head backwards for the outside sweep. Put the seatbelt on tight and make sure you're careful with these takedowns. Go. Okay, let's bring it to a stand. Excellent job. Other side will attack. We're going to go straight punch right at the head. Okay, that's fine. And the defense off the straight punch is move out of the way, knee, arm bar. Ready, got it?
Sir.
Ready, go? Okay, good. Let them up. Same series, knee, arm bar. They overpower you and stand. Go to the figure 4 arm lock with no takedown. Ready, go. Okay, nice and easy. Bend your knee and take them down. Go. Good. Foot stomp, finish, and stand. Okay, last straight motion defense will be the parry into the standing arm triangle choke. Hands up and go. Good, excellent job. Okay, first 2 and first 4 switch to second 4 again, please go.
Sir.
Okay, we're all going to take a step toward me. Back it up. Let's go. All right, if you're facing Bob, and switch with her.
Sir.
If you're facing Bob, you're going to push your partner down, follow them to the mat, and mount them. Everybody understand?
Sir.
As soon as you hit the mat, demonstrate your praying position and use your upa to escape to the clock. Go. All right, people on the bottom from a closed guard, work your chest on chest sweep, put them back to the mount, and demonstrate the Americana lock. Either arm. Ready, go. Make sure they tap. Good. Excellent job. People on the bottom, let me see your elbow knee escape. Bump your hips, get one leg out, expose your knee, move your hips, get the other knee out, make closed guard. Okay, from the bottom, I want you to attack with a Kimura. So grab the wrist, armpit on shoulder, connect the hands, finish. Everybody get their partner to tap? Okay, very good. Excellent. All right, from the top position, I want to see you pass that guard, hand on the belly, push down on the knee, throw one leg over, grab the head, throw the other leg over, right into an arm triangle. So when you grab that head, make sure your elbow is against the side of the neck. Push the arm across the face, finish with the arm triangle. Okay, go. Open the legs, pass, grab the head, control with the shoulder pressure, pass the arm across the face, hug and squeeze, make them tap. Okay, good job. Excellent. People on the bottom, let me see your upa. Bridge. Escape your head. Roll them. Excellent. Okay, people from the bottom, demonstration of the guillotine choke. Hand on the side, Mikey. That's it. Connect your hands, squeeze. Okay, very nice. Excellent. Okay, let's help your partner up.
Sir.
I'm okay with that. Face your partner. Attention stance. Give him a nice bow. Round of applause, please. Good job.